Hi everyone, it's Heather. So I had quite a few wireframes left over from my Suncatcher video. I'll link that video in case you haven't seen it yet. And this inspired me to do something with my Inktense blocks. I decided to dye some fabric using some pinks, purples and blues because I thought that would make a really nice background for the wire heart and moon. I put it on the line to dry. It actually looks really intense when it's drying, but then when I took it off and it was completely dry, it was actually quite pastel, and I haven't ironed it. So I really liked how the creases sort of held on to a little bit more of the dye. So I had to arrange it so that the heart and the moon sat perfectly on there, and I'm actually going to cut those out. I had to draw a line around the outside of each of the frames, so I used one of those fabric markers. So I just did an outline of the basic shapes so that I knew where I was able to cut out through the fabric. So I started by pinning the batting and the fabric together on the heart and then cut the heart out first. Then I just rearranged the batting very slightly on the back of the moon and pinned that to the backing as well so that it was easier to cut out with the scissors. When both shapes were cut out, I then just did a basting stitch around the outside of each of the shapes using some white cotton. So just a running stitch all the way around the edges. I sort of used the outline that I'd drawn as a bit of a guide, but really I wasn't too precise. The stitches weren't perfect. I'm going to leave them in because I really like the look of the white cotton. And this is a slow stitch project after all. So I really enjoyed the process really just of adding those stitches around the edge. When I'd added the basting stitches, I then just removed the pins and decided what other elements I was going to add to the projects. So I picked out some really pretty items. I thought I might add a little bit of shimmer with the silver thread, but then realised that my frames were gold, so I'm going to add the gold thread as well. Rather than stitch the tapestry wool directly onto the piece, I decided that I would stitch that on using the gold thread. So I cut 3 lengths of the 3 different colours of tapestry wool and decided to add them together in a row. I made sort of a wiggly line going around the project, and I just used the metallic thread to attach that at different intervals, and I might go back and just add a few little elements on top of that as well. I haven't quite decided yet. So that's the progress on this project so far. I hope you've enjoyed seeing it. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.